beautiful, and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to this video where we are going to do 3 looks with the Amor y Mariposas collection by Melt Cosmetics. This is their holiday collection 2021. Super excited to be doing 3 looks for you, so if you want to see that, stay tuned. And if you haven't been here before, hello, my name is Angie. I'm such a lover of beauty makeup, love everything beauty makeup related, especially things that are a bit colorful, which this collection most definitely is. So if you're interested in seeing some more color and timeline, definitely do subscribe because I do upload, well, normally it's 5 videos a week, but right now, every day until Christmas. My background is a mess because I'm in the middle of fixing my ranking every palette I tried in 2021, and I was kind of hoping that I was going to be able to squeeze this one in. I did do 3 looks with this palette. I did get the PR box, let me show you. So I'm going to see if I'm able to put this palette in the ranking as well. I'm going to see if I can use it like one more time before I put it in. This is the PR box. I got sent this as PR from Melt, which was mind-blowing. Mine is very late though because it was stuck in LA actually for 10 days, which is crazy. So I'm not gonna do like the super thorough going through all of the swatches, but I just wanted to show you some looks because I thought like maybe you've already bought this palette or maybe you were on the fence. Can I open this? Hello? Hi. So this is what the box looks like. It is like the felt one. It had all the products in here, and then there was a little lid that you open, and then you have one of the owners here, and this is where the brushes and the palettes were housed. We'll say this whole box and everything was really pretty, very professional, but very expensive. I will say I don't really recommend you to buy something this expensive unless you are a collector and really like want all the pieces. The boxes of the palette and the blush palette, really pretty. Like all of this is super pretty. There are a couple of brushes in the collection as well. I was a little bit of a mess and I forgot to use some of these brushes in the first look, but I did use some of these eyeshadow brushes in this look that I'm wearing right now. I really do enjoy them. I got 2 of the exact same brush, which is the 779. This is for me a blush brush. I don't think you're supposed to get the same 2 brushes. But again, this is PR, I'm not complaining. Oh, there's a pencil brush in here as well. Then there is a mirror. The mirror looks like this. I'm gonna see if I can not blind you. I don't use handheld mirrors, although I will say this is really small and handy. So maybe I will keep this one because I feel like this is smaller and like more compact than any of the ones that I have gotten before in these kind of collections. There are also 3 eyeliner pots in this collection, like a really nice green metallic one, a bright pink one. This one, I cannot wait to use this. I'm gonna use this pink one in the 4th look that I'm gonna do. Maybe I'll do it for Instagram, and then this gold one. I'm gonna show you some swatches. These eyeliner pots from Melt are absolutely incredible. 2 of these are metallic. I saw that Sephora had the green and the gold one. I saw the green was sold out, but the pink one is exclusive to the Melt website. Sephora also has the eyeshadow palette and the blush palette, and I also saw that what's its face? Beauty Bay had the 2 palettes, but none of the other things. There are also 3 lip liners in this collection. The lip liners are those kind of wooden one that you have to sharpen yourself. I will show you some swatches of these. All the lip products are extremely, I'm talking extremely bright. This is the lipstick that I actually wore in one of the looks and then I took it off. These lipsticks are incredibly bright. I'm gonna show you the close-up of one of the lipsticks that I haven't used so you can see like the etching of it. The packaging of these are stunning. It is magnetic packaging. These feel very luxe and pretty, but the colors are so intense and so bright. They're just not for me. I'm gonna be honest, they're not for me. They're too bright. They're too... I can't see myself wearing these super bright neon almost Barbie shades. It's not my journey. It's not the path that I want to go through, like down. It's not for me. Then we have the blush palette. I'm pretty sure that this is $58. It has 6 different blushes. I did, again, I'm a mess, but I did use this once and I will say I was surprised at how much it picked up on the brush and how bright it showed on the cheeks. I'm not wearing it today because I'm a mess. Maybe we can use one of these just now on the cheeks. I have used the 2 down here. Some of these are shimmery, some of these are matte. Let me use the one that's called Vida up here. I'm gonna use it on this blush brush that I got. It picks up pretty nicely. I mean, I'm already having shimmer on my cheeks, but I did really like when I wore this the one time. I'm gonna of course have to use it a bit more. But I think they're really pretty. The packaging is beautiful, and I do like that you're able to like mix and match with some mattes and some shimmers. I'm not the biggest fan of a matte cheek, so for me, having shimmers to layer upon is something that I really appreciate. I will say in the pan, these look a little bit similar. This is a matte, and these 2 are shimmers. This has more of a golden warm shimmer, and this is more of a cool tone pinky shimmer. So it's like a shimmer that's a little bit more on, not cool tone, but like not warm. And this has a goldy shimmer and this is a matte. So they're not similar, but like when you look at them like this, yeah, they do look a little bit similar. Maybe one of them should have been just a little bit more different, but I guess they had a vision. I'm just happy that some of these are shimmers in here, and from what I tried so far, I think the quality is really nice. And then we have the big palette here. This palette is $70. Melt has never been an like affordable brand. Like not all indie brands are affordable. Indie does not mean affordable. You are allowed to put your pricing any way you would like it to be honest. This one has 20 grams of product, which is approximately the same amount of product as the bigger like long ones they have, not the smoke sessions, not the she's in parties, but the bigger ones. Mary Jane, for example, has just under 20 grams, and the pans in this are smaller. Personally, I prefer that. I prefer getting smaller pans and more eyeshadows, because you're not necessarily paying for the amount of product. Having more shadows but less product doesn't necessarily make the eyeshadow palette less expensive. Like it's still a startup cost for each of these shadows to formulate them and to get them into this palette. I mean, $70 for a palette like this, that is approximately the same cost that is for Natasha Denona palette. And I will say this quality so far is really, really good. This is the good Melt formula, and when Melt has their formula good, it's really good. Love the color selection, the greens, the more neutral shades, and then you have like the orangey, bricky, warm shades here, and like plum purples and a bright red at the end. The shimmer's a great formula, the matte's a great formula, they blend, they build, they are beautiful. So think of this more as buying a Natasha Denona palette, because I feel like they are in the approximate same like quality, because when Melt does their formula good, which they have been, the last palettes that I've tried, the only palettes that I've tried from Melt that I haven't really been loving is the Millennial Pinks and the 420. Those are the only two that I've tried from them where I've been like, I don't know about these. But this one is a good formula. They are beautiful, they are deep and saturated, and there is a good like depth in this palette. The only thing that I'm missing in this palette is something for the inner corner, but it's so easy to bring in. Like you don't necessarily need to have an all-encompassing palette. Like every palette doesn't have to be all in one for me. Like I understand that everyone has different preferences, and I prefer if the palette has more deep ones than light ones, but I will say for me, I mean, I didn't use an inner corner highlight for any of these looks, but for me in the future when I use this, I will most probably bring in something else to mix with it, because I'm the kind of person that wants something bright together. I did get a question if this one is similar to the Wilderness palette by the Beauty Bay brand, and I will say initially when I opened them I was like, yeah, maybe, but then I was like, no, not really. They both have greens, but this one has like blues and mints, and this one has the purples and like the plums instead. And also, I'm gonna be honest with you, the quality of these, you can't compare them. These do not really build. These build beautifully. The shimmers in these one, they're beautiful to swatch, but they crease like crazy on me, and these one do not crease on me. So for me, when it comes quality-wise, they're not comparable. I know that some people love the Beauty Bay formula and they think that it's the absolute like end-all be-all of like favorite formulas. I think the Beauty Bay formula it's good, but it's not my favorite because it is not as versatile as the formulas in this one. But of course, there is a huge price difference. And if you were thinking that you wanted to add the Melt palette and you already have the Wilderness palette and you're the kind of person that don't like need everything, maybe you could skip it. But for me, there is no comparison when it comes to like quality. Like the Melt one is so much better than the Wilderness palette. And I don't even think the Wilderness palette is a bad palette, but the Melt one is a lot better. Chaos behind me, so let's just get into the looks. Oh, the first two looks I filmed in front of my sequin background. I don't normally film in front of that, but it was pitch black behind me because I was filming it late at night. And when it's dark behind me, the colors become a bit distorted, and I'm here to show you how the colors look. So for me, it's more important to get the colors to look like they actually look over having a black cozy background. I don't know what to tell you. And again, this mess, it's because I'm ranking the palettes. That video is coming fairly soon on my channel. I hope that this was somewhat helpful. I hope that this is giving you some inspiration. Let's dive into the looks. I'm gonna try and put some timestamps down below as well if you want to come back and look at the looks, because I think that this video is probably gonna be pretty long. I thought we'd start the first look with something purple and green, but I want to use the cheek palette as well. So I think we might start with the cheek palette. It looks like there's a couple of shimmers and a couple of mattes. I think I'm going to be using a combo of these two. It is Sonrisa and Feliz. I am so sorry if I am saying, oh, that really picked up. Wait, abort. That picked up, yeah, that picked up so much. Oh my god, that could have been even more intense than this was, because that picked up like nobody's business. Wow, okay. So these really do pick up. Please be aware. I'm doing the shimmery one on top. That's really pretty. I feel like these really show up. Okay. That's really nice. That's really nice. And this was way more pigmented than I thought it was going to be. So let me see if I can, oh here. Let me see if I can just smooth the edges a bit with something that I've used with the finishing powder. No additional product. I'm just going over that a little bit. Should I do the lips as well? Because I kind of want to do the purple one. Which one is that? These lipsticks are so beautiful, but some of these colors are a little bit frightening because I'm not the kind of person like, look at that. But I think I'm gonna do this one. I like the quality of these lip liners already. This is in Familia. This is definitely deeper than the lipstick. I like that. And this is not a twist up, it's one of those to sharpen, and it has the same feel to them as the MAC lip liners. Not tuggy, but at the same time not too creamy, so you can be precise. This feels very crooked, but we'll see how that ends up. That is like crayon purple. This is not really me, but I'm still really loving these two colors together. It's really pretty. It's very different. I do feel very Disney villain, but that's not necessarily a bad thing, is it now? So I want to start with like purple and then some green. So maybe I'll actually, just for the sake of the argument, I'll try this purple here that's called Nube. I think Nube. And we'll just do that in the outer corner. Wow, that's really, really pigmented and beautiful. I'm taking a clean brush and I'm just blending out the edges a bit because I'm not 100% sure that I want to have a transition color. So I'm gonna see how this looks if I don't use one. I might use a little bit of this one. It's called Señales. It's like just, oh, you can't even see. It's like a light beigey brown. I might use just a little bit of that one. Yeah, just a little bit of that one on the edge. Yeah, that actually looks really good. And I will work that into the edge as a transition. Okay, I gotta say, this looks... this looks really, really, really nice. I think I'm gonna use this one, the middle one. It is called Sentimentos. I am so sorry. I am always fascinated by other languages, which is a shame because I am always so bad at other languages. It is like a miracle that I am as good as I am at English, because every other language that I've ever tried at, I am not that good. I'm just gonna pop this green in here, I think. I'll pop it here and I'll do the same on the other side, and maybe I'll blend it out with the one that's next to it. It's called Cariño, because it has one of those whoop over the ends. Maybe it's the Joker I am and not the Disney villain. Now I'm using a little bit of the lighter green and I'm just popping a little bit on the edge. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use this, I can't pronounce that, this dark green. I am gonna pick that one and I am gonna spray my brush. Ooh, this picks up really pretty. And I'm gonna put that in the outer corner. I think I'm gonna see if I can use, I am gonna spray it a bit. I see if I can use maybe some kind of a even darker shade to deepen it up, because there is an even darker shade in the palette. Oh, that is pretty. There is an even darker shade in the palette that I could be using. That is really, really pretty. So I'm not gonna worry too much about this part. I am gonna be covering that up a little bit. But I think I'm gonna use same brush, and I'm taking the lighter green that is Cielito Lindo. Maybe, maybe not, maybe. And I'll spray that as well. And I'm gonna put that in the inner part here. Oh, I love a green like that. What a nice contrast. I think I'm gonna use a pencil brush. Yeah, this one is clean. And I think I'm gonna pick this one that is like a more beigey color. And I'm gonna see if I can put that in my inner corner. Because I wanna see if that is possible. Yeah, that is definitely possible. Maybe not as bright as I am used to. I like something that's super bright, but it definitely works as a little something something. I do prefer myself something that's even brighter, but I know for a lot of people this is definitely enough. Now I'm gonna take this one. This is the darkest one in the palette. This is called Sharo. Is that Shard? Is that what it's called? I'm not sure, but I'm gonna use that out here to deepen this up and to act as a transition between this dark turquoise and the purple. I'm also gonna use some of the purples on the lower lash line, I think. And that's gonna be it, but I like that. That's really pretty. Okay, so that is the finished look. I put on some half lashes. I really like this look. I feel like this is the more adventurous Disney villain-esque look that I am gonna do. You know, I love playing with color. Color makes me very happy. I had no problems working with any of these shadows. They worked perfectly fine. Everything looks really beautiful. I think I like it. I really like it. So far, I really like it. So let's get into look number 2. I want to do something that's a little bit more pink leaning, and maybe I'll apply... Oh, that's bright. Maybe I'll apply one of these lips. I am gonna film... Oh my, these are very, very bright. Because I am gonna film this look right after this one. Oh my. Because I am home alone. And then I can work as long as I want. Who decided these colors? They are insane. Okay. I'll put one of these on. They're bright. Obviously, I changed my top as well to make it look like it's another day. It's not another day. It's the same day. I am wearing the Inolvidable, the glittery pink lipstick. This is a smoother formula than the one that's all matte. I don't know about these colors. They are very bright and very... Yeah, they're bright in a way that I don't usually wear. And the lip liner is the pinky lip liner. It's a little darker. It's in Esperanza. I don't know about these lip colors. I'm not convinced about the lip colors, but I really did enjoy the eyeshadows. But we are gonna dig in more to the eyeshadows. I want to use this corally one right here that's called Abuelita, and I am gonna put that all in my crease. And we're gonna do... This lip color is throwing me off. I don't know about these lip colors, you guys. Maybe I'll use like my own lip color for the last look, because I don't know if any of these shades are really like my shade. I'm gonna use a little bit of this Perla here, and I am gonna put that in my crease as well, because I want this look to be pretty bright. So we are also gonna put that in the crease. And I think I'm gonna do like a gold liner. Don't know about this lip color. Would you be sad if I took it off? It is literally Malibu Barbie is having a bad day. That's what it is. I changed my lippy. Sue me. This is the Huda Beauty Rasha. I can't. It was too pink. I can't. I'm all about the pink, but that one was too light and too bright and too white based, and it was just not, it was not my color. There are two, I think I'm gonna do this one, Maria, and deepen this up a little bit, and then we are gonna use this one, Sagrado. I think that's correct. It's this pinky metallic here. I think we're gonna do those two shades, and then we're gonna do the gold liner, because I really think that that's gonna be nice. Ooh, that is pretty. Melt does red matte eyeshadows so good. I know it's another limited edition palette with matte reds, but at least they're doing them extremely well. Extremely well. And I love that Melt always offers really deep and sexy matte eyeshadows because I love a really dramatic eye look. I live for a really dramatic eye look. So this is the pink metallic. Oh, that's really, really pretty. It's like a warm reddish pink with a really nice sheen. That goes so well with this look. I think I'm gonna do a black liner first and then I'll do the gold. So we have like a black as a foundation and then I'll trace the gold on top. These shimmers have truly been amazing so far. So pretty. I know that Melt sometimes can be like a little hit or miss when it comes to their shimmers, but these shimmers have been really, really pretty. Really pretty. Okay, I'm gonna do a black liner and I'll come back and we can do and trace it with the gold because I want to use that pot liner. The gold one is called Estrella, which I think means star, right? Fun fact, one of the biggest snack companies in Sweden is called Estrella. And I'm pretty sure it means star. So I'm gonna, well, first of all, I'm not gonna talk while I do this, but I'm just gonna paint a line above the black. That is very pigmented. Big fan, but these usually are. And don't worry about if you mess that up a bit. You can always go back with the black and go over with the black if you need to fix it. I like how that looks. That's really pretty. So let me do this and I can finish it up, I guess. I'm gonna have to, I guess, finick this a bit. But I do like the gold a lot. It's really pretty. Should I do gold here as well? Oh no, don't do too much, Angie. I always take on too much and then it ends up looking like a mess, so let's not do that. I will forever love red eyeshadow and I will forever love red eyeshadow from Melt. And we had to do a gold red, slightly pinky moment. It's the holiday season. After all, really do enjoy this. I feel the liners are as good as they normally are. They're super easy to work with, smooth, opaque, very like they easily glide over any kind of eyeshadows, which is the kind of formula that they have had before, so I'm not surprised that this one is that as well. But yeah, I really like this look. Melt does red eyeshadows like, I don't want to say like no other, but they are really good at the red eyeshadows. So really enjoy this look. This was look number 2. I'm gonna do a third look. Not today though. Not today, but third look coming right now. So I want to do something with the orange metallic, obviously. So I'm thinking I'm going to start with this one called Mensage. I think that's what it's called. And I'm going to be using this one down here. I cannot pronounce this one. Almohada. I might be saying that correctly. Together with Charo. And then I'm going to go in with Mariposa as the last one. And now I'm finally going to be, I'm such a mess. I'm finally going to be using these brushes as well. I am such a mess. I want to say I have everything like figured out. How am I supposed to hold these? Oh, maybe the thumb on? Oh, but then I put the color on the, oh wait. I was supposed to hold with the thumb here, but then I put the color on the wrong side. I'll fix that. But I want to say that I'm like the kind of person that has everything like figured out. Like I know what I'm doing. I'm not stressed, blah, 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 blah. I don't have my life together right now. It is a mess. It is a mess. But it's okay because it will fix itself at the end. But right now, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm putting this in my entire crease. I am gonna do a halo eye, but I still think that this like light yellow will be a nice crease color in my entire crease. This is actually a really nice color. I really like that. That's really nice. It shows up a lot more than I thought it would, and I love it. This would be so pretty with the greens on the top row as well. This yellow, if you want to have like a transition shade for those, it will be so pretty. And I'm wearing this lip liner in Corazon, which I think means heart. I'm wearing that all over my lips. Those lipsticks, even though I think the quality seems nice, the color just isn't for me. They're just a little bit too bright to go with just my preference, to be honest. It's not really what I go for. Okay, now with this smaller brush that is a little bit pinched, that really picks up. So I'm gonna put that out here. And I'm also gonna put that in the inner part of my crease. I'm just gonna gently blend this out a bit. I'm gonna use those shadows under my eyes as well. I'm starting with the purple one and I'm gonna blend it out with the yellow. And I'm not gonna leave a gap on my lower lash line. I mean, you can do that and just continue to halo down. I personally prefer not to. Just personal preference. And I'm also gonna put that purple like around here. And then I'm taking the same brush and I'm doing the yellow instead. And I'm just putting that on the edge, so it's looking a little bit like it did on top. So far I'm only using 2 different shadows to create this kind of a plummy, warm thing. These are the 2 brushes that I have left. I don't feel like this one is small enough for me to use with the Charo that I want to use, but I think I'm gonna use this one with the orange. And I already am a clown that I have cheek products on because... But maybe we'll... That one is so soft and nice. Oh, I'm gonna love this one for blush. Are these different? These are the same. Am I supposed to have 2 of the same? I don't think so. But I have 2 of the same. I think I accidentally had 2 of the same because these are the same ones. But that's okay because these are the kind of brushes that I love to use with blush. I just realized that now. I've been a mess with these like brushes and stuff. Working hard to not make my life totally fall apart, but here we are. So I'm gonna use that Charo shade just where I want it to be the absolute darkest, and I'm not gonna do this on the lower lash line, but just a little bit here to, you can see the difference in depth, just because I like when things end with something that's really deep. And I love this Charo. It's such a pretty dark plum that is like plum enough to work with these purples or with the reds, but it's also deep enough so you can use this to deepen up the greens as well. I don't think that that will be a problem at all, to be honest, because of how deep it is. So I think that this is a good deepening up shade for all of these shadows. Okay, so with the flat brush now, I'm gonna take the Mariposa, which is that orange. Okay, so I did spray it. Oh, look at that. Oh, I love that. Wow. Look, imagine this shadow together with any of the other, like, look at that. This would be so pretty together with the reds and with the other like purples, even with the greens. Oh, it's an orange metallic. I love it. Oh, that is so... Oh, I love it. Oh, I love it. Okay, calm down. Calm your titties. I'm gonna put this all the way up here and fade it out. But wow, I love that orange. Such a pretty shadow. I'm gonna use a little bit of the purple matte just to fade in as well. Like basically taking some of the first purple we had, not the deepest one, but the first one, and I'm just putting that on the edge. And I'm just dotting it on so it blends in a little bit. But wow, what a pretty shadow. I love that orange. That's so pretty. Okay, that is basically gonna be it though. Let me finish this up and we can have a final peek. Okay, so this is the finished look. Everything is pretty much okay except my frizzy hair. I slept with a wet bun. Listen, don't sleep with wet hair in a bun. Don't do what I did. Do as I say, not as I do. But I really like the look. I think this might be my favorite, to be honest. I really do enjoy it. Again, ignore the chaos behind me. It is what it is. I really like this palette. The price tag can be a little bit off-putting, but to be honest, it's around the same price tag as like Natasha Denona or any of the other more high-end brands. I mean, Melt has always been a high-end brand, so I'm not super surprised by the price tag. Let me just put it like that. I really like the quality though. I think these are the really good Melt formula. So if you were wondering if this is the good or the not so good Melt formula, this is definitely the good Melt formula. If you were on the fence, definitely recommend it. I think this is one of the best palettes I've tried this year. Really enjoyed this. Really have been enjoying this. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know your thoughts down below and I will see you again tomorrow for a new video. Bye!